Today's SIP Certified Database tutorial is going to show you how to create management groups. This feature is helpful if you have multiple properties that you are certifying because it allows you to submit answers for select questions for all these properties at once. These questions are marked with a double arrow icon, and we'll show you that in just a moment. Management groups can be created at any time, but are most effective when you create them before you answer the standards. That being said, you can add a property to an existing management group at any time by revisiting the management groups page. So to find that page, click Get Started. Under this management groups header, click the link to learn more about and create your groups. Before we get started creating a group, the text below offers some important information about submitting your answers for these groups. We just went over the About section, and there's that icon that'll show you which questions are part of the joined questions, so we'll go over submitting your answers. When you use management groups and answer the joined questions, your answers will appear in the management group itself, as well as in each individual property that is part of the group. If you already answer standards in a few properties and then create a group with those properties, or add a property to an existing group, the answers will be combined. If you create your group, answer questions for the group, and then go inside a property that is part of the group and edit one of those joined questions, the management group answer will be changed, and each property that is part of the management group will be changed. So that goes for uploading documents, deleting documents, and changing your typed and yes or no answers. And I'll show you what that looks like once we create our group. So to get started creating your group, you can type your name here, create your group, and then up here you can see all your properties that haven't yet been assigned, and here is where you start assigning them. So we'll add this wine grower number 2, and we'll add this other wine grower number 2, and then we can start submitting our answers. And so here you'll see all the chapters that have these joined questions. So you can click on one to get started, and we'll start in chapter 11, and then you work through this the same way you would a typical application. So to give you an example of what happens when you modify these answers, we'll start in here, 11.1.1, and we will do 11.1.2. So let's upload just a single document here. And then just to show you an example of what happens when you change typed answers, we'll put management group in there a few times. Go down and hit Save Answers. And then, so from Get Started, if we go into, so this property was part of that group, so we'll go into Edit Answers, Chapters and Answers. We'll check out that Chapter 11 answer, so that was 11.1.2. And there you can see there's that document, and there's all of our typed answers. So I'll show you what it looks like when you change something from inside an individual property. So we will delete that upload. We will add a different upload. And then we'll change this typed answer, and let's say property 1. And same thing, scroll down, click Save. Okay, so this is inside wine grower number 2, vineyard number 2. So we'll check out the other property. So that would be this one. So if you hit Edit, Chapters and Answers, go into 11 and see what happened there. And you can see those uploads, those changes were completely overridden. So now we see that second upload here and all the text changes here. And then just to show you, we will go into the management group as well. So we'll click into here, submit your answers, back into 11, 11.1, 11.1.2, all those changes are made. So you can definitely make your changes that way when you go inside an individual property that's part of the management group. Just be aware that whatever changes you make, they will be reflected in the group itself, as well as each individual property.